I, Dr. Frederick Palance Barrymore, am about to embark upon a most controversial and somewhat dangerous experiment involving an exchange of the condition of our basic natures. Even as a child, I was intrigued and obsessed with the transformation of one state of being into another. After an endless series of trial and error, I finally found the definitive answer to my laborious endeavors, the actual mental and physical metamorphosis of the human being and his soul. Unfortunately, a grand poo-poo happened, and now I cannot transfer myself back to Dr. Barrymore. And I find I am trapped inside this creature-like being known as Igorro. 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 You scared me. Don't do that. Welcome to the Igorro Show. Tonight's feature is Horror Express, one of the best. And finally I get to host a movie that's worth watching. It's a great film, 1973, with Christopher Lee and Peter Cushing, the Hammer team that never dies. So please enjoy Horror Express. Hello, it's me, Cuthbert P. Poruch Scoot. Have you missed me? No? Save it for yourself. Today, I'm in Igorro's castle, which still is quite... It's just tacky. Let me have a bit of my delicious martini, because I'm pretentious. Not really. I have an olive here. They used to have longer toothpicks, but they're cheap, so they gave me a short one. But it has olives, which I cannot stand. But I'm pretentious. Not really. Let's have a little sipperoo. Today we're going to discuss Horror Express. It's a Spanish endeavor. They both have the team of Christopher Lee and Peter Cushing, who, if you don't know, were Hammer's greatest team. And if you don't know who Hammer is, leave. We'll wait. There's always one guy. Horror Express, it came out in 1971. Pretend drag. Peter Cushing had recently lost his wife just before this film, and he was heartbroken. He never really fully recovered from the death of his wife. He loved her so much. Her name was Helen. And when he first arrived here, the producers, whose name was Gordon something Pinkly Stink Wink, Bernard Gordon, who was the producer of Horror Express, was told by Peter Cushing when Peter Cushing arrived in Spain that he couldn't film. He was so devastated by his wife's death that he just wasn't ready to begin filming anything yet. Thankfully, Christopher Lee talked him out of it. He reminisced with Peter about their former films that they made and all the fun they had, and convinced him to go on with the filming. Another thing that happened to poor Peter is that he got night terrors at night. He was so devastated. Excuse me. So Christopher Lee offered to spend his nights with him, sometimes even sleeping in the same bed as Peter. My only question is, which one snored? They were best of friends, so Christopher Lee really helped Peter through so that he could begin filming the Horror Express. Christopher Lee, He has such a stiff upper lip. He looks like he's got something stuck right up his lip. In the film, there are these glowing eyes. And they had a heck of a time. They tried all different ways to make these red glowing eyes, and they just couldn't figure it out. Finally, they decided they'd use what's equivalent to a reflector tape that you see on the back of bicycles. When you shine your headlights on them, they glow. They use something similar to that to make those glowing eyes. They have to try and putting lights in there and doing all this stuff. Nothing worked until they used the reflective type tape. This was also a film, again, made in Spain, so it was dubbed. So predominantly it was filmed MOS. There was no sound. They did a little bit of sound, but most of the voices, other than Peter Cushing, Christopher Lee, and Telly Savalas, who loves you, baby, were on the film. They did their own voices for the American version. Roger Delgado did the voices for the police inspector and the monk. And Olive Gregg did the female voices. So they were all dubbed in later. Because when they make a Spanish film, the people that speak Spanish, and the Americans speak English, and they understand what each other is saying because they know the script, but they speak in their own language, and then they have to dub them later. So it was complicated, but they got through it, they did it. Also, another note, Horror Express was released 2 days after Dracula AD 72. So there's that. The passenger trains in Horror Express, they only had one passenger train. So they had to redress it for every different scene. So, for example, when the crate was in the storage area, they had to film all those scenes. And then they changed it out, turned it into the dining car, and did all those scenes in the dining car. And then when they were in the passengers, just in the passenger rooms, they had to change it out again for that as well. So they were all different scenes that they had to redress. Telly Savalas was paid $22,000, which was a good price for his short scenes. He also improvised most of his dialogue, and he was thrilled to be doing it because it was an easy little gig for him. And then he was able to pay for his then current girlfriend's apartment, get a lease on the apartment. Telly Savalas also befriended the guy who did the music for Horror Express, and he is also the same music guy who did the music for Kojak. Another very interesting thing about hold, time for a sip, because I'm pretentious. I'm not really. Chocolate dogs. Oh. Horror Express was based on Who Goes There by John Campbell, which is also, based on The Thing. So it's right in the middle. We have the original Thing in the 50s, and then we have Horror Express, and then we go to the, Carpenter remake of The Thing. So it's very similar because you have this Neanderthal creature who's frozen in ice. They take him into this crate. He thaws, he gets loose, he takes over people's brains, and he's an alien. Oh, pretend drag. Chocolate. Chinkles. Hello. I'm going to try again to change myself back to Dr. Frederick Palance Barrymore. Wish me luck. Give me the old hoot-a-loot. I can do this. That's not too bad. Not too good either. Hi there. It's me, Richard Simmers. I know that Igorro wanted to turn into Dr. Frederick Palance Barrymore, but it didn't happen, did it? No, it didn't, girls. So everybody up. Let's burn off some of those extra calories. I've let myself go a little bit, but I'm coming back. So here we go. Let's get started. Oh, hold on. I have to go to the little boy's room, and we'll be right back. There's the train. Let's do the choo-choo. Here we go. Choo-choo. Here we go. Do the choo-choo. You look good. How do I look? stretch to the left, and here we go. And ow, oh my back. Ah. Hold on, stop. That's good. Hold on. Let's have a seat. Okay, do the poke. Don't let that fossilized Neanderthal alien stare at you with his red eyes. Give him the poke. Don't make eye contact and poke. And poke his eye. And poke his eye. He only has one. And poke his eye. And poke his eye. And poke his eye. Oh look, it's the Russian. It's the Russian people that have a lot of money. Everybody wave to the Russians. Okay, let's rush. Let's rush like a Russian. Let's rush like a Russian. Hello. It's time for Confessions with Richard Simmers. That's me. I have a confession. As you can see in these photos, those are taken just not too long ago, less than a year. And I've gone a little off the wagon, as they say, or is it on the wagon? I've not been good with my weight. I've gained a bit. I've blown the sequins off my tank top. Can you turn that down for crying out loud? And throw away the key so the big inspector can't take a look at it. And throw away the key. Please, everybody, 1, 2. Oh, keep going. Oh, my leg. But when you're on the Horror Express, you gotta spend a lot of time in the chair because you're terrified, because the zombie alien Neanderthal frozen man fossil is coming at you, right? So kick him in the nose, and kick him in the nose, and kick him in the eye. I had a friend once, his name was Bobby Bigwater. And the reason they called him Big Water is that he was the size of a lake. So Bobby Big Water had a fetish for pizza. He loved pizza, but he didn't just like pizza, you know, with some artichokes and a little bit of cheese. No, this fella, he wanted like pounds of cheese. He wanted the cheese to be so thick that you would look at the pizza and go, what is that? It looks like a cheese wheel. And he's like, yeah, well, it's a cheese pizza with everything on it. Not just some things, everything. Pepperoni, sausage, bacon, Canadian bacon, German sausage, Scandinavian sweet tarts, Finland fish tails. He had everything on it you could think of. He was just kind of, he had a problem, okay? Let's just say that he had a problem. Well, the sad news is he doesn't have the problem anymore. They buried him in a pizza box. He was a big one, big enough for a piano.
Smooth as a baby's bottom.
Smooth as a baby's bottom. Do the baby bottom. Smooth it this way. And to the left. You two girls, get up. Don't sit. Okay, this next one's a big one, guys. Lift up your leg and hold it there. Oh God, I can't do that. Lift up your leg and hold it there. You can do it. Doris, Martha, put it up there, sweeties. Those are yamsters. I'm just kidding, you're thin as a rail. When I was very young, I used to take maple bars. I would slice them open, and then I would take Reese's peanut butter cups, about 12 of them. I would tuck them into the maple bar, and then I'd put it in the oven just for, 250 for like 40 seconds. And they would melt, and they were so good. They were so delicious, and I would eat them. And then my mom would say, did you do this? Did you eat all the maple bars and all the Reese's peanut butter cups? And I would say, no. I don't know who ate them. Go ask Dorothy. And then my mom would say, honey, there is no Dorothy. Give me a moment. Just need a moment. And I ate everything I could get my hands and my feet on. I would sometimes use my feet to slide extra leftovers. It's tricky, but I stood on a chair.
It's a brontosaurus.
Dude, the brontosaurus! The brontosaurus! I had a friend, his name was Billy Big Boy. Of course, Big Boy wasn't his name, but he was a big boy. And he was big because he ate big, lived big, his parents were big, lived in a little house, ironically, but had big meals with big eating. And as a result, he was big. They had a diet of pepperoni pizza and chiclets and cheese balls and other unhealthy foods. How did he pass? Well, because he couldn't control his appetite. Well, actually, that's not true. He choked on an electrical cord. There was a hamburger radio, and he thought it was real. I would eat anything I saw, anything, even if it was alive. I've looked at goldfish and thought, that'd be good on toast. I would eat anything, as long as it wasn't alive, and even then, pray that I don't eat that. If you were with me at a restaurant and you didn't finish your pickle, or there was even a half-chewed mushroom on your plate, I would say, hey, are you done with that? So even if you've eaten an angelfish or a goldfish or even some cat food, we understand, although I don't quite understand the cat food part.
Little Papa.
It's Konchak! Telly Savalas, everybody who loves you, baby, do the lollipop. Keep it going. And right. I've been eating like a hog. And I want you to all know that I'm with you. I know how sometimes we can fall off of the diet wagon. And I know I can see in your eyes, Bernice, that you fell off too. Yeah, your chair's sagging. Say no to the peanut brittle. Say yes to the broccoli brittle. Don't eat big, thick, 7-layer cake, which is delicious. Okay, and cut it off, would you? Thank you. Oh, I'm exhausted. I'm just gonna have to put more of the tape on me just running back and forth because I'm not doing it anymore. Okay, it's just too much. I let myself go a little bit. I can't even. Camera's off, right? Thank God. You know, these are so good. I know they're no good for me. I don't care.
It's a good Russian name.
Don't look at me that way, Philip. No, I want, you heard me. I want a Big Mac, and I want 2 Quarter Pounders with cheese. And a big Frosty shake. I don't care what you're thinking. Get the biggest one they got. Get the big gulp version of it. And bonus fries. I want the biggest pizza they got. Don't look at the zombies glowing eyes, because then he'll turn you into one. He'll turn you into one. 2. He'll turn you into one. 3. He'll turn you into one and switch a leg. 4. And he'll turn you into 5. Give me a 20-piece roll. Yeah, because this chicken's making me hungry for chicken nuggets. All this eating's making me hungry.
Kind of funny. Get 49% off all mini price pizzas for a limited time
Did
only.
you hear that? $49 cents off. Get them! Get those pizzas! Okay. That's my cameraman, Neil. Thank you, Neil. Neil was an eater. He was the size of a small, he looked like a potato with feet. But now he looks like a French fry. They said they have some special elixir that I need to drink. So I'll be drinking that. So thank you so much. And this is Richard Simmers signing off. God bless you all. And cut. Okay, can I get out of here? It's really hot in here. Well, I didn't change back into Dr. Frederick Palance Barrymore, but at least I'm no longer that guru weirdo. Well, he wasn't weird, he was just different. Let's get on the scale and see. I gained 7 pounds! What the f***? I just wanted to let every one of you know, all you girls out there, and you, Bob, as well. Chocolate ducks! Here comes I need to see if I can change back to Professor Frickly Pinchwater. And rub the baby's bottom, and back kick, and rub the baby's bottom, and back kick, and rub the baby's bottom. Rub that bottom. Oh, look at the smoothness of that bottom. Hello. I'm going to try to remember my lines, is what I'm going to try to do. Can we turn the music up? Roy? Where did Roy go? Roy? And pull. Hello. I'm going to try to change back to Dr. Kershaw. Alexa, stop. Alexa, skip. Now it's too quiet. Can you turn it back up, please? Is your camera on?